Welcome back to Anytime Fitness here with Glenn Hughes and Stan Wiles. This segment is Indian football, which is pretty much a religion around here in Charlton County. So,
right.
This is what people wait for all year long. Once it ends in November, December, they're ready for it to crank up again. So it's that time of year. So here we go.
That's it. It's about to get cranked up tomorrow evening. As a matter of fact, the first scrimmage in Kansas. But going back a few weeks, the kids started practice first of August, and actually had 5 days or 4.5 days of camp with 4 days. So maybe we should have got MTV here.
Right.
You know, they had the 2 days. We could have had 4 days.
You know, they brought mattresses in, spent the night at the gym, and I think they were up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning, out on the field probably before the crack of dawn, and practiced several times during that, once in 10 o'clock, once around 2, and I think back in the evening again, so they had a full week of it.
That's right, and they could have made it 2 weeks as far as I was concerned, Glenn, because my grocery bill was cut in half with Cody and Brent not in the house, so they could have stretched it out there
right.
too. It wouldn't have bothered me in the least, but the kids, I went and watched a few practices. I know you did.
Right.
You watched several of them. I think the kids look good. I think the kids, if nothing else, they got a little bit more mentally tough.
Right.
With those 4-day practices, and I just want to point out, I think the coach has done a great job of every 15 minutes giving the kids water breaks.
Right.
So keep them hydrated.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing Coach McWhorter preaches to them kids. You know, when they take water breaks, some of them just stand around. He sends them to the water fountain to make sure they're getting their fluids back in them, because you're sweating it out very, very quickly at the temperatures we're having right now. Well, they ended up the camp on Thursday morning. Friday was the first day of school, and Friday night they had the soap game, which was a kind of just an inter-squad scrimmage, and fans donated laundry detergent items, which greatly helps out the program, saves them money having to buy all that stuff. They wash a lot of laundry. I know most of y'all probably never been in there when they've done it, but there's piles and piles of laundry after every game.
Industrial side.
Right. But the soap scrimmage, it turned out pretty well. They had to wait about 30 minutes after the lightning went away before they could hit the field. But, we've got Richard Dasher, who's starting at quarterback. He's young, sophomore, probably will make some mistakes, but he's a good kid. One thing I like about him, he's a competitor and he hates to lose.
Yeah, I like that about Richard. And Richard's he's a little short. He's got that chip on his shoulder.
Right.
He wants to prove himself. And something I noticed last year when Richard played is he's a smart player, and he knows how to read the defense, and he knows how to audible. So I feel comfortable with Richard at quarterback.
I mean, you may have some growing pains with him as a sophomore, but once he gets this 1 year experience under his belt, you've got him for 2 more years. So that's the bright spot we're looking at right there.
That's right.
Also, let's see, running back, you had Trey Hamilton. Probably didn't get very many carries the other night, but we all know what he can do.
Right.
Like I said, this will be his 4th year basically as a starter.
Yeah.
So you don't have many of those.
And I feel comfortable with Trey's backup, Caleb. We may, if they put Caleb in, I think Caleb's more of a between the tackles type runner.
Right.
And I feel comfortable with him. If something was to happen to Trey, I feel comfortable with Caleb filling right in and picking up where Trey left off.
Well, I remember one game last year, and I think it was at Chelsea. I think Trey got hurt and didn't play, and Caleb stepped in and had over 100 yards rushing.
Yep. So I feel comfortable with him back there. I think Donovan Bolden looking real well out of wide receiver. He's definitely going to be our go-to
right. He's going to be
receiver.
out there.
Good speed, good hands, very smart player, and we didn't see much of it at the soap scrimmage, but I hope we see some Friday night of that Wildcat package where they put Donovan back there at quarterback.
Right.
I want to see us run a little bit out of that, maybe at the scrimmage tomorrow night. Let's see what we got out of that.
Well, you know, Coach Mack, he's going to put a lot of things on film just for the other team to
yeah.
have to look at. So, another kid and receiver he's just a freshman, Scott Berkshaw. I don't want to put no pressure on the kid, but he's looking pretty good out there. He's got great hands and pretty good size for a ninth grader.
Right. Also, I think our tight end, they had Maurice Maynard start, but I think tight end may be by committee this year.
Right, just to rest people who's playing on defense. He's rotating.
Maurice, Cody had about a 35-yard catch. Was there anyone else playing tight end?
I can't remember right off the bat.
I don't remember, but we should have some decent hands and good blocking out of the tight ends this year. On the offensive line, I think the O-line looks solid. Our nucleus is definitely Spencer Lowe at center, returning starter, also Eddie Wynn.
Both were all region performers last year.
Exactly. At the tackle spot, I think Michael Alberts is a solid starter. Michael has he's more of a bruiser coming off the line. I think this is going to be his first year start, but I think we're going to see good things out of Michael. On the other side, we got James Pig Carter. He's starting at guard, and then on the other tackle, I think it's between Cody Davis and number 77.
Big Alex Johnson.
Yeah, Alex Johnson.
He was hurt most of last year, so he didn't get to play much. So hopefully he'll have a good senior season.
Yeah. So we should be fine on the offensive line coming off. Drive blocking, run blocking, looking pretty good.
One position we didn't mention yet was fullback on offense.
Right.
But Tim Westcott and Tran Conley's probably going to back him up. Tim had 2 big catches. They weren't long catches, but he turned them into big catches.
Yeah, he turned them into it was like a little dump pass to him, and he took them the distance.
Right.
You know, Tim's a big kid. Once he's like a freight train running downhill. So I look for some good lead blocking out of Tim, and also if if we're on the goal line and we 4th and inches for a touchdown, hey, give him the ball. He's
our mini fridge.
Yeah, that's right. I look for good things out of Tim on the offensive side of the ball this year.
Defensively, well, you've got Tim's playing on the defensive line, and
Cody, 2. We got Tim Westcott, Cody Wiles returning that defensive end. Cody is returning all region player.
Right.
At nose guard, I can't remember who they had.
I'm trying to think.
Will Gowan?
I know Will's played a bunch.
Will's played a bunch, and he's playing a lot of offense. I think nose guard in the Soap game was a little bit by committee.
Right.
But Will did play a bunch of nose guard last year. So he's an upcoming sophomore. So Will's going to be a good player for us. At linebacker, I think we're pretty solid. We got all region returning linebacker in Brent Wiles. Tran Conley is also, he started last year, got hurt right in the middle of the year. But Tran should be a good linebacker.
But you can tell he's worked hard in the off season because he has bulked up considerably since last year.
Yeah.
Secondary, you have Donovan Bolton's going to be out there. Trey Hamilton's probably going to be out there. Could be several others. I haven't really got in a full swing exactly nailing down the starters yet. So, I guess, let's see, Camden County scrimmage. This is tomorrow night.
Yeah, we go over there for our annual scrimmage at Camden County. You know, a few thousand people show up, and we get half the gate, I believe.
So we'll get a good
Yeah, we get a big chunk of change out of it, and it's a scrimmage. So nothing on the record. I hope we can find out what our strengths and weaknesses are, so we can work on them before the opening game on the 26th of August here against Brantley.
Camden's going to be a quality opponent. You know,
yeah.
we don't pick on lightweights to scrimmage against, so any positives we get off of them, it's going to be good. And, you know, Camden's got a quarterback that never played a high school, never started a high school game, but he's already committed to the University of Georgia. So, you know, Coach Aaron over there will throw the ball some. There's no telling what he might do over there.
Yeah, I heard the kid's got a real big arm, and for top upper echelon SEC school like Georgia to offer him a full ride before he's ever taken a snap as a starter, they must see some good skills that the kid has. So I'm interested to see this kid tomorrow night also.
But after the scrimmage, the opening game of the regular season is
August the 26th.
The 26th against Brantley County here at Indian Field. You know, we've got Brantley County. They've pushed us the last couple of years. They're getting better every year. So they're going to swing the ball around all night long like we used to do. And, you know, it makes it tough on the defense, especially this early in the year.
It'll probably be a hot and humid night. Defensive line will definitely be tired at the end of the game. I just hope they don't get tired too fast. But Brantley, they like to line it up, lay out in the spread, and just throw the ball around, short pass, and hope our defensive backs are ready to run all night because they're going to be in coverage all night long.
Brantley quarterback, from I've heard passing league this summer, I think he's just a 10th grader also.
Right.
And what I've heard, he's got a pretty good arm on him. He's going to test us, I believe. So.
Yeah, I have a nephew that plays for Brantley County. He's an upcoming freshman. He said that he's told me over the summer that they've had good workouts, and you know they're not expecting a region championship, I don't think, but they're expecting to improve upon last year's record, and they possibly could with the region they're in, but I think it'll be a good test for us defensively to see how we line up and compete against the team with that spread offense like we used.
And after that, we've got Bradwell Institute coming in. Well, we have to go to Huntsville to play them. That'll be the second game. And then after that, the region schedule will begin. So we get both Clinch and Wilcox at home. So hopefully that'll be an advantage.
I hope that plays right into our hands because I sincerely believe that our region's going to come down to us three again as it did last year, and us having them at home instead of having to go over to their house is going to help us out a lot. We get them, Clinch, of course, at the end of the year, Wilcox, October the 7th. So whatever kinks we need to iron out by then, we should have ironed out and be ready for them. And I expect nothing but more than those.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And one last thing before we go, and we don't like to tout individual players too much, but Trey Hamilton, a senior running back this year, has a chance to break some school records. If he's going to have a really big year. He needs a little over 1,500 yards to break the school rushing record, which is held by Lamar Williams, and currently he ranks fourth behind Lamar and Lemuel Walker and Sam Bailey. So pretty good company there.
Yeah, that's definitely good company. And if Trey can stay healthy this year, he's coming off of a shoulder injury. So if he can stay healthy, he's got a good shot at that, especially with the offense we're going to be running. He's definitely going to get more carries this year, I think, than in any year of his career. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But we're going to need him.
Right. And also, if he gets 21 touchdowns, he can break the record for rushing touchdowns in a career, too. So that's going to take a pretty big effort, too. But
yeah,
it's a possibility, and we just like to throw that out today. I think that pretty much wraps up the football for now.
Yeah, not much to talk about until we definitely have more news next week after the Camden scrimmage. We got some starters that's not going to be playing, so hopefully we don't get no injuries tomorrow night.
Right.
That's the main thing I want to come away with. No injuries. Let's see what our strengths are and what weaknesses we need to work on.
We've got 2 weeks to work on after that. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this edition of Charlton Sports Weekly. Today, I appreciate you letting us come in the Anytime Fitness here and film this, and hopefully we'll see y'all next week.
And if you're not a member yet, come see me. We got a deal.